The Forest Time Machine, Ollie and Friends' Historical Adventure. On a sunny New Year's morning, little cat Ollie and his friends gathered in a beautiful meadow in the forest. Today is New Year's Day, and the forest is filled with a festive atmosphere. Ollie, excitedly wagging his tail, looked forward to celebrating the new year with his friends. Mimi, the smart and witty little mouse, came with his cheese gift. He always used his wisdom to help his friends when they faced problems. Lili, the optimistic and lively little rabbit, hopped in with a bunch of fresh flowers, always bringing laughter to everyone. Taitai, the forest's brave tiger, joined the gathering with his signature loud laugh and a bag of fresh fruits. Suddenly, the wise old dog Lightning, known in the forest as the guardian of history and time, walked in slowly. His arrival sparked the curiosity of the little animals. "Do you know the significance of New Year's Day?" Lightning asked calmly. The little animals looked at each other, showing puzzled expressions. Ollie shook his head, indicating they didn't quite understand the real meaning of New Year's Day. "Let me tell you a magical story about time and history," Lightning said kindly. "It's not just a day to celebrate the new year. It carries a much deeper significance." The little animals gathered around Lightning, ready to listen to his story about New Year's Day and the Anno Domini era. Sunlight filtered through the leaves, shining on their curious and expectant faces, marking the first day of the new year with learning and exploration. As Lightning began his narration, little cat Ollie, mouse Mimi, rabbit Lili, and tiger Taitai listened intently. Lightning's voice was calm and deep, as if leading them through time and space. "Long ago, people did not have a unified way of calculating time," Lightning began. "It wasn't until the advent of the Anno Domini era that people had a unified method of counting the years." He told the little animals that the Anno Domini era started from the year of Jesus Christ's birth, a system gradually accepted and used by most countries in the world. Ollie's eyes sparkled with curiosity about this entirely new concept. "And New Year's Day is the beginning of a new year," Lightning continued. "It's not just the start of time, it's also the start of new hopes and dreams." The little animals began to understand that New Year's Day was not just a simple celebration, it symbolized new beginnings and the importance of time. Rabbit Lili twitched her ears, indicating her newfound understanding of history. "Let's explore what happened on this day in history," Lightning suggested, leading the little animals to a historical library in the forest. In the library, they found books about significant historical events. They learned about the pyramids of ancient Egypt, the Great Wall of China, the philosophy of Greece, and the Roman Empire. Tiger Taitai was particularly interested in the heroes and war stories of history, while little cat Ollie was amazed by the wisdom and creativity of ancient civilizations. Through these books, the little animals learned about the changes brought by the passage of time and the importance of history for the present and future. Wise old dog Lightning encouraged them to respect history and cherish time. "Each of us is part of history," Lightning said passionately. "Through learning and growing, we can contribute to the future." The little animals felt inspired and decided to study harder, respect every present moment, and contribute their part to building a better future. Leaving the library with full knowledge and new understanding, their hearts were filled with anticipation and dreams for the future. After leaving the library, little cat Ollie, mouse Mimi, rabbit Lili, tiger Taitai, and wise old dog Lightning decided to have a special adventure in the forest, celebrating their newly acquired knowledge. Lightning led them to a forgotten ancient stone circle. The stone circle emitted a mysterious aura, seemingly holding secrets unknown to anyone. "This stone circle is a portal of time," Lightning explained. "It can take us back to the past, to witness moments of history." The little animals were thrilled. Lightning taught them how to use the stone circle. They held each other's hands tightly, closed their eyes, and started their wondrous journey through time. Suddenly, they found themselves in ancient Egypt, witnessing the construction of the pyramids. The bustling construction scene and the magnificent pyramids were eye-opening. Rabbit Lili was awestruck by the grandeur of the pyramids, realizing the greatness of human history. Then, they traveled to ancient Greece, witnessing philosophers discussing and debating. Mouse Mimi was deeply attracted by the wisdom and thoughts of the philosophers. The next stop on their journey was Europe during the Industrial Revolution. Tiger Taitai was curious about the machines and inventions of that era, while little cat Ollie admired the innovative capabilities of humankind. They observed the operation of steam engines and the busy scenes of factories, understanding how the Industrial Revolution changed human life and social structure. The little animals marveled at the technological advancements and innovative spirit of this period. Later, lightning led them back to the modern era. They saw the prosperity of modern cities and felt the immense impact of technological and educational developments on society. The little animals realized that each era had its unique challenges and opportunities, and history was the continuity and inheritance of these eras. After completing their journey through time, the little animals, guided by lightning, returned to the forest. They sat down on the grass, formed a circle, and shared their thoughts and what they had learned. Tiger Taitai said, "History has taught me that no matter how times change, courage and justice are always what we should uphold." Rabbit Lili added, "And I've learned that, despite constant changes in the world, hope and dreams always guide us forward." Mouse Mimi reflected, "History tells us that knowledge and wisdom are key to overcoming difficulties." And little cat Ollie stated, "I've learned the importance of respecting history, cherishing the present and preparing for the future." Lightning looked at them with satisfaction and said, "Well done, children. You have learned the value of history. Remember, each of us is writing our own story. We are all part of the history of the future." As night fell and the stars twinkled in the sky, the little animals made their New Year's wishes under the warm moonlight. They wished that in the new year, they could apply the historical knowledge they had learned to their lives and strive to build a better future. On that starry night, the little animals hugged each other tightly, their hearts filled with hope and longing for the future. They believed that as long as they stayed united and worked hard, they could create a beautiful future of their own.